Episode 201 for you guys today. Once my co-hosts Rob Sarasulo and Fred Harris join in, we'll go ahead and get today's episode started. What's up, Fred?
What's up, Tom? How you
Good,
feeling?
good man. Oh, hold you got a lineup.
You know, I had a, your man's got me right.
Oh, you went to Matt?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah.
I'm due to go to him this weekend actually.
Hey, man said if I post him, I get next cut $15. I might have to do that.
He said that for real?
Yeah.
Oh dang. Uh-oh, Rob
Hey,
coming in
yo,
with the Yankees gear.
this
Hey,
bum.
yo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Rob. There you go,
Talk
Rob.
about them weak ass bats y'all using.
Yeah, all
Weak.
right. You can use them too.
The whole league ready using Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna be using them soon. Watch. Don't
You damn
worry.
right.
Did you know Stanton said he was gonna use that jump when he comes back?
Oh, that
Imagine
he
him
re-
swinging that
he ready to
bat.
put up
Just fucking
his
bombs
Marlin.
everywhere.
About to hit it like 550. It's about to be insane.
Yeah, it'd be swinging like the Marlin MVP days.
Yeah. I got this tripod now, so I don't need to hold my shit up on some weak ass. You know, I was setting it up on like just anything before.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm setting it up on my girl makeup stand right now. So
Hey, it'd be like that.
it's better than how I had it, for real. Because I would just like lean it up against my laptop.
Yeah, I've been streaming I've been selling fucking Pokemon cards lately. So I bought one of these jumps.
That's what's up.
You gotta catch them all.
Yeah, there's money. But anyway, I'll get into that later.
We go ahead and get started in a sec.
Is anyone else joining?
No, it's just gonna be us three
All right.
tonight. All right, we're good. I get started. All right, hey guys, this is your host Thomas Tyree from Onthehop podcast. Today's episode will be featuring our co-hosts Fred Harris and Rob Sarasulo for today's episode. So we're gonna kick the things off with talking about March Madness from the games that took place from this past weekend in college basketball. The games that we've seen from Sweet 16 to Elite 8, were there any games that stood out to you guys as the best games of the weekend?
I got one that stood out to me a lot actually. Bama putting the hurting on. Now I'm brain farting on who they shot that many threes against.
BYU.
Yeah, BYU. They
Oh
put the
yeah,
hurting on BYU,
That was crazy.
and then they come out against Duke and look absolutely terrified.
yes, that's
Yeah.
That's
facts.
yeah, like they didn't seem like they were supposed to be on the same court as those boys.
Duke is
But
winning
I
the whole
mean,
thing.
yeah, I mean that's kind of
Duke.
how it is though. Capture the flag.
Yeah, dude. He's disgusting. Watching him play, he's nasty as hell.
Yeah, that joint's crazy. That dude is number one. He's generational.
I think so we're talking about favorite games, you said, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, man. That's hard. I liked how McNeese looked against Clemson way back in the beginning of the
Oh yeah,
tournament.
yeah. They did look pretty good
Clemson
against them.
Clemson scored like under 20 points in the first half of that game. That shit was crazy. I thought it was, McNeese's little boy in them. They didn't even score like that. They were just getting hoard on defense. So I kind of liked that game, and I knew they were going to win too. I had a feeling because of that whole aura shit that happened.
Oh yeah, that's
But
fact.
yeah, so that was my favorite game. I'd say is definitely McNeese game, and I guess just watching Cooper Flag play is another favorite thing about the tournament for me because he's, like I said, he's like that, and whoever gets him is gonna Gonna be very happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna get him. I'll be if I'm. Oh, we know Brady's a Wizards fan, but I'd be disgusted being a Washington Wizards fan and not getting him with the number one overall pick with the NBA lottery.
I don't want him going to the Wizards. I don't want him going to the Wizards, the Hornet, or the Jazz. Those teams are terrible, especially the Hornets. I really don't want him. I
Oh,
really don't want him going to Charlotte.
career is
That
over.
team is terrible. That team is so bad. But no,
Yeah, they need to trade
um,
LaMelo.
yeah, bro. There was a stretch of like 5 games they lost by like 40 points in a row. It's so bad.
Yeah.
But back to March Madness. I think I have a favorite like moment, not moment, but like a run, because the Texas Tech run that they were on, man, I don't think they're gonna be back here for a while. So
Oh
Mm-hmm.
they better enjoy the run that they were on.
yeah.
It might be a while before they see them back up here. So that little run they went on, I got a round of applause for Texas Tech.
Yeah, Fred. That was actually gonna be the first game I was gonna talk about from Texas Tech when they played the Sweet 16 against Arkansas. That was
Mm-hmm.
a good overtime game, and it was like a high intense basketball game. I think that was one of the best games of the tournament thus far. And Arkansas had a 16-point lead, but then to your point, the amazing run that
Yeah.
Texas Tech they were on for March Madness. They
Yeah.
rallied all the way back down by 16 and forced the game to go into overtime in the second half. So they had that go-ahead shot that JT Tompin hit with like 10 to 8 seconds left in the game, and that basically sealed the deal for them defeating
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas. So I think that was one of the best games too. And then the game between Michigan State and Ole Miss, I think that was a close game too. You can tell how much Tom Izzo cared about that program,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how much longer he's going to be coaching in March Madness or college basketball because of how basically the transfer portal basically is now. Like you could be loyal one day and then go in the portal the next day. I think that actually happened to him with one of his players. I think like
Mm-hmm.
2 days after they lost, the player like automatically went in the transfer portal. Like you were just in the Elite Eight, bro. Calm down. But yeah,
That is crazy.
they had that good game against Ole Miss where they rallied back in the second half and basically got past a really tough Ole Miss opponent. But
Mm-hmm.
the game that I'm about to really talk about, though, and Fred, I would say that Texas Tech should be in the Final Four, but that Gators and Texas Tech game was a cinema. That was wild. Like I thought that was it for Florida Gators, man. I thought we were out, but throughout that game they got outplayed and they had careless turnovers and they got out rebounded by Texas Tech,
Mm-hmm.
but they were down like 77 to 66 with 2 minutes left in the second half, and Florida just buckled down and went on a run. And they tied it up 75-75 with like 64 seconds left. But Walter Payton the third, he's one of the most clutch performers left in March Madness. I mean, that fadeaway three that he has, the step back three, that man's got ice in his veins. But to your point, Fred, about Texas Tech, they had that nice run that they might not get for a long time. If they capitalize on some free throws and actually made it count within the last 2 minutes, they probably be in the Final Four right now,
Yeah.
other than Florida. So, yeah, I gotta say that one for sure was definitely a standout one, the Gators and Texas Tech game.
The ending of Maryland and Colorado was definitely tough too.
Oh
Man,
That shit was
yeah,
I'm
crazy.
from Baltimore.
That was crazy. That deep ass three, and then right after he just shot like a crazy. Derek Queen hit a crazy shot.
Yeah.
I want whoever gets him he's gonna be tough too. I think in the league.
oh yeah, he's
He's gonna be nice.
projected to be a top 10 lottery pick too.
I would love to have him on my team for sure. I don't know what we gotta do, but make it happen. Make it happen.
Yeah, any team that gets him is gonna be a
Power forward. You can throw him at power forward. Oh yeah.
He
Hell
got
yeah.
this. He's got the speed and the athleticism for a big man that size that has some good like ball handling skills too.
yeah. The only thing is
But he would
he's not the best shooter.
he'd
No,
be a good four.
Yeah.
He'd be a very good four for somebody who needs a power forward.
They might have slide to the 5. I don't know if you want your
how
Mm,
tall
you
is he?
you could play
6'10".
with.
I think
We
he's
could put him
6'10",
with Cat.
6'11".
We could put him with Cat for the front court.
Yeah,
We
but
could put him with
Cat don't
Cat
like
for
to play
sure.
defense.
Cat could play the four.
Yeah,
Derek Queen could play the 5. They're
that probably
interchangeable
better.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And on offense, both of them can play the role of a center, whatever. Cat can shoot like a fucking shooting guard, so it doesn't even matter.
And Derek Queen got some passes out his ass now.
Mm-hmm. Both of them could pass. It would be, bro, that fit would be so nice. And then we could bring Josh Hart off the bench. That would be so tough.
Yeah, speaking of Derek Queen, I thought actually, I mean, Texas Tech gave the Gators a run for their money and definitely put them in principal's office trouble, almost kicking them out the tournament. I thought that Maryland and Terps game was going to be so much closer. That game was actually a letdown of the tournament.
What? What was?
The Gators
Man,
Terps
I had to
Oh
game.
turn
yeah,
that shit
they
off.
got waxed.
I
They
turned that
got
shit off.
waxed.
Bro, I was listening to the announcers, and he said with like 8 minutes left in the second that we had like 2 total rebounds in the second half.
Yes,
Yeah, you
yes. It
did.
was.
You did.
That's true. I was watching.
What the fuck are we doing?
Dude,
Yeah.
they were
Julian
getting little
Reese,
boyed the whole
that's your
game.
whole shit.
They were getting little
Playing defense and getting
boyed.
rebounds. But I mean, Florida has like 35 big men, so
They were getting little
Alexandria.
boyed the whole game.
and all of them fucking 48 years old. Go get a job. That's the one thing that I hate about this NIL. Man, they have guys staying in college who are like 26.
Yeah.
Go some fucking where.
Somebody, I just saw somebody from Kansas. They literally, I think they're in year 8 of eligibility, and they just hit the transfer portal.
Damn.
What are we doing right now? What are we
Insane.
doing?
I think I just
Eight
yeah, and they're
years?
I think like 8 years of I don't know if it was like if he got like a degree and has a master's, but like this is going to be like year 8 of eligibility playing like college sports.
You see how now you can get an extra year if you play JUCO too?
Damn, they just finessing and they making millions playing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you know you're not going to the league and you can get like 1.5 from a school, I mean, I can't hate the bag, but at the same time, like, bro, you got kids and a mortgage. Go some fucking where. Why are you playing against 18 and 19-year-olds?
Dang,
We
that's crazy.
all three of us would take that opportunity in a heartbeat, though.
You
So
damn
if it was
right. You
presented,
damn right. You damn right. That's why I can't hate on it, but I'm hating on it. Because
Not only
if I was
that,
in that
but the
situation,
back
I would
end,
do the same thing.
the back end of it probably is nice too with like sponsorship deals and stuff like that.
it is.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but yeah, those games definitely stood out to me so far, and I think with Maryland, I just wish that Maryland Gators game was so much closer than what it was because I think that could have been one of the best matchups of the tournament, but it just didn't live up to the hype and expectations.
Yeah. And then, like, with 5 minutes left, I know you got to kind of, like, push the tempo, but we were just jacking up stupid shit. Just throwing up. Bro, I seen Derek Queen come down and pull a pull-up jumper in transition. Derek Queen, that is not your bag, bro. Not your bag, bro.
That Colorado State game had him feeling himself.
Yeah. I mean, he still had, like, 26 in that game. So he was still balling, but wasn't nobody else there. So, and the rebounds killed us. I mean, we couldn't play a lick of defense. Every time they drove to the paint, they either got fouled or they got an offensive rebound, put it right back up. So I couldn't keep watching that shit. Just
Yeah,
getting rolled over.
tough game, Fred. Also, I saw that Maryland, like the whole program is gone. Like
We
all
lost our
players,
AD. We lost our coach. What the fuck are we doing?
there's
They all
probably gonna be
left.
like 2 returning players back from that entire team next year, or maybe 1.
If that.
Yeah, that's crazy. But we'll go ahead and move on to the next segment. So we'll be sharing our March Madness Final Four predictions. This is actually a fun fact. This is the first time since 2008 that all number 1 seeds have made the Final Four. So it's been a long time that all number 1 seeds have made the Final Four. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Because there really wasn't any like Cinderella stories in March Madness this year. Do you think
No.
it's best
They're
number 1 seeds matchup or
they're
better?
all just really good. They're all just very good teams.
And
Simple
I
as
feel like
that.
you're gonna keep seeing this with this NIL shit and the transfer portal. I think you're gonna keep seeing these number 1 seeds make it very deep. I think the Cinderella stories might be cooked for a while.
Yep.
Like, You might get one random one, maybe, but it'll probably be a while before we see that.
The likelihood is definitely less.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100.
because my thing was, I think the only double seed that got far this year was Arkansas, and they were like a 10 seed. There was no like 14 seed, 12 seed. I thought I had who did I have go? I had Drake going pretty far. I think they were like a 11th or 12th seed this year, but like there was no Cinderella story. So I agree with you guys. I think like the NIL deals and the transfer portal. The Cinderella stories might be coming to an end in March Madness. You might see it for one round or so, but deep runs, it might be in trouble with that.
Cooked. Cooked.
But first matchup, who you guys got winning? Florida Gators or Auburn Tigers?
Florida.
Gators.
Yeah, I think Florida should win that game. Auburn.
Yeah.
I mean, they've both been in trouble this whole tournament, like at certain points. But I just think Florida is a better team, and they can rebound better. And I just think they're a better team in general. So
Yeah. I mean, I think the guards you have for the Gators, I mean, I feel like they penetrate pause really well. They draw fouls, and even when they miss, I mean, you guys have fucking, like I said, 38 bigs. So I mean, y'all
yeah,
gonna get the goddamn rebound. So y'all getting out rebounded by Texas Tech. I don't know what the hell happened there, but I bet their coach put a little bit of fire in their ass after that game. So I don't think that's gonna happen again. So I mean, I can obviously see it being close, but I think the Gators gonna definitely gonna pull this one out.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the Gators for this one. I think this could be a close game. I mean, when they matched up against each other in February, it was at the time Auburn was the best team in the country, but Florida wasn't too behind. I think they were like a top six, top seven school, but Florida took care of business, went to the jungle, defeated them on the road 90-81. But I think throughout the test that Florida's been through, they had to escape with victories against UConn in the second round, and Texas Tech this previous weekend. And they haven't played their best the entire tournament, but I feel like through those experiences, and you can also add in the Maryland game too, because they had over like 10 turnovers in the first half as well. So they have not played their best in this tournament, but they found a way to still win these ball games. And I think they're going to do that against Auburn. I think they have one of the best closers in college basketball, Walter Clayton the third. I think Alex Condon matches up well against Room, the center, the big man for Auburn too. So I like the matchups. I like our guards matching up against Auburn. I think we're going to beat them to get to the championship game. Um, I don't want to say how that's going to go, but it's going to be a tough. If we're going to pull it off, it's going to be tough this year based off of everything that we've been through.
I don't think you're gonna do it, man. I think
No,
you're gonna get there, and
no.
then Duke is gonna win by 25.
Dang, 25 is kind of crazy.
I think they're gonna blow out the rest of the competition. To be honest, I'm not even gonna lie. They made Alabama just look like a bunch of scrubs, and
Damn right.
Alabama had the number one offense in the country. And
Not against Duke.
no, they got washed, bro. They got absolutely ran off the court. I thought it was going to be a higher scoring game than that too. I bet the over in that game, and I got cooked on that.
Oh yeah, you did text saying that
That was
the over
supposed to be a lock. That was supposed to be a lock.
Well,
It was low too. The over was pretty low. It was like 150.
So with that being said, Duke versus Houston, nobody's giving Houston a chance.
nah.
I don't even need to explain myself with that. I mean, they're clearly the best team in the tournament, and they have the
Yeah,
best
damn
player
right.
in the tournament.
Damn right. And also they got a guy, Proctor, who's got a goddamn retirement plan with Duke. That motherfucker's been there for like 30 years as well.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, that motherfucker shoot his ass off.
Yes, you can.
That motherfucker shoot his ass off. And they also got that big ass African. I can't remember what the hell his name is. I feel like Charles Barkley. I can't remember nobody's name.
Yeah,
But
it's
that big,
hard.
yeah, there's too many damn colleges. I'm not
Yeah,
even going to try to
it's hard
remember.
with college. It really is.
But yeah, I don't know who that big ass African is who played for the South Sudan team. That motherfucker's nice too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
yeah,
it seems like we're all going with Duke, but it's just like with Duke, like Rob said, they've clearly been the best team in the tournament. I mean, they've blown out everybody. I mean, with ease too. Like they're just coasting to victories. I mean, they blew out Baylor, they blew out Alabama, and I thought, like Fred said earlier on, I thought Alabama was going to come in there high as a forest fire the way they were lighting up BYU. They
I
had
thought the
3-0
score was
pop
going to
against
be
Duke.
like, I thought the score was going to be like 100 to like 93 or some shit. Like,
yeah.
not 86 to 65 or whatever it was. Like, that was like, what? Alabama averages like over 90 points a game, and they scored like 65. Like, I was I was hot. I'm not going to lie, but
Yeah,
whatever.
I just think Duke is just they're just gonna not steamroll, but they're gonna coast to a victory and pick it up in the second half. Because Houston is, don't get me wrong, they're a good defensive team. I think they're allowing like around 60 points per game in the tournament. But Duke, they just got so much talent. When you look at their team, I look at Duke, they got NBA talent. They got three players that's supposed to be a top 10 lottery pick this upcoming NBA draft. And then Houston, they're a good team, but they're just a good college basketball team compared to what Duke has on their side. I mean, they can pass the ball well, shoot the 3-point range well. Cooper Flag has just been unstoppable as well in this tournament. I don't see Houston winning this game. I think it's gonna be close, but I feel like in the final 10 to 8 minutes of that sequence, Duke's just gonna go on a run, pull away, and not look back, and they're gonna coast to a second half victory. But yeah, they've just been the most dominant team and blown out everybody. I don't see a path to victory for Houston.
No.
That
And Cooper
scares me
Flag
though
like just turned
because
18 too.
that scares
That's
me because
crazy.
the Gators
Crazy.
and Duke want to. Oh,
I wouldn't want to see that
Bro,
either, brother.
imagine Cooper Flag at like 25. He's going to
Dude,
be a demon.
he's gonna be nasty.
He's going to be a demon.
So nasty. That's why I don't want him to go to the damn Hornets. I don't
He's
want him to go to
making
the
he's
Hornets.
making people like our age look like little boys.
that's
I mean, that
fact.
motherfucker is like 6'10", so I mean,
I mean,
he's big as
still
shit.
he's still just like an absolute like. If it wasn't for Wemby, he's like one of the best prospects to come out since LeBron. Like
Yeah.
he's that good.
Speaking of Wemby, how would that look if the Spurs landed the number
Oh
one
my
pick and
god,
brought
dude!
Cooper Flag and Wembanyama to play
They're
together?
gonna be nasty if they get Cooper
Bro,
Flag.
and they have De'Aaron Fox.
They're
Oh,
gonna be good as fuck.
oh,
And they
Excuse
have
my
Castle. They
language.
have Stephon Castle. That dude's a bucket.
Yeah, he
oh
is.
yeah.
He's tough. He
That
is
team's gonna
tough,
be nice as shit.
bro.
You,
When we played the Spurs, it was a crazy. This is kind of off topic, but you brought up the Spurs. This random guy went like 14 for 15 with 7 threes on the bench. He had like 35 in like 19 minutes. I was like, what the hell am I watching? I wasn't even mad because it was just some random dude. He has the longest last name in the league, and he's dropping 35 off of 15 shots. Like, that
Just
shit was.
saying, when we played the Spurs, beat them boys by 40.
Mm.
oh, he talking about the
So,
boy.
just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna put that out there.
But yeah, before we move on, like I don't know why I can literally see the Spurs get so lucky based off of everything they've been through the last few years. That would be a nasty big three in the West. I don't care the age. Like this talent alone of a potential big three of Cooper Flag, Victor Wembanyama, and Darren Fox. That would be money in San
Oh,
Antonio.
yeah.
To
Maybe
to
big time.
to basically get back to back. I mean, I know like the Hawks had the number one pick, but I mean they had the number one pick before that. So to basically get back to back number one picks, and I mean for
Just
like
not
complete
fair.
locks too. Like Wemby was like a lock. Like we knew Wemby was gonna be amazing, and then like now we have Cooper Flag, who we know is gonna be a generational talent in the NBA. If they could get both of those, just pull out your checkbooks. Like I said, pull out your checkbooks. Those those two are gonna make a bag in this league.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Bro,
a pretty good.
Popovich is gonna inject some like fucking like shit to make him live like another 15 years, so he's
Hey,
just like coach all of them.
Man, that would be.
He's gonna be excited if they get him, but
it's Possible because the lottery nowadays, like the Pistons were due for the number one pick like twice and they never got it. So it's like anything can happen as long as you're in that lottery category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just ask me. I suffered for many years with no number one pick at
Kenny
all.
Knox.
Yeah, Kevin Knox, dude.
Oh,
I
Kevin
think
Knox.
Bro.
isn't he? He's on the
He's in the Warriors now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember he was on your bench. He's still
But he's
bad.
on the
That motherfucker don't get no
Warriors,
He's
bump.
Fred?
still
Yeah, he don't
bad.
get no bump. He just sits
No,
right there.
I was gonna
he's
say
trash.
I've never seen him in a game
I
yet.
That's
I
damn
ain't
right you
never
haven't.
dude,
You're
I
damn right you
saw him.
haven't.
I saw him. He
Yeah,
played against us. He was ass.
yeah. I think I've seen him like a total of like 20 minutes in total, and I think we signed him after the All-Star break.
Dang. Yeah, man, but I'm telling you, flag with Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox, if that happens, oh my gosh. That'd be a sight to see. But we'll go ahead and move on to the next segment. We'll be sharing our thoughts on the NBA Finals. What preview of final or what NBA Finals would you guys like to see if you could pick a matchup for a 7-game series this year in the NBA playoffs?
I have two right off the bat. Um, my first one be obviously the two best teams in the league. So we have the Thunder and the Celtics. Uh,
Hmm.
I think that'll be a very good final series. I still see the Celtics taking that, unfortunately. Uh, I mean, they just had Al Horford come off the bench and score fucking like 28 points. And they just be having random role players all the time, just scoring 30 for no reason. Um,
Yes, pretty much.
Also, I want to see what SGA looks like in the playoffs. I want
Hmm.
to see how that, because I mean, that motherfucker be trying to draw a goddamn foul all the goddamn time. And I mean,
James
I don't
Harden
think they're
Jr.
gonna, yeah, not fact. I don't think they're gonna call it as much as they did in the regular season for the foul baiting. So I just want to see what that looks like and if he can adapt to that. Um, the second matchup that I want to see is the Lakers versus the Cavs.
Hmm.
To see LeBron go back and play Cleveland in the finals, that shit would be a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't, I
mean,
don't, uh, I don't think the Cavs want to see that. Um,
what?
I LeBron in the finals.
Oh yeah,
I think that might be.
they would.
I think that might be
They
a
would
little ass.
lose. They would lose.
They
100%. They would lose.
they would
Yeah,
100% lose.
the Lakers could go on. There's a couple teams that could go on a run, I think. I mean, the Pistons when they're at full health, like they're not going to go to the finals, but like they look like a good team like in the playoffs.
No, yeah, they're
But
definitely
like
a good team. Same with the
they're like an
Rockets.
underdog. But I probably agree with Fred. I'll probably go with the Thunder and Celtics is like probably the most likely outcome, but it would also be a good series for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Lakers and the Celtics, just a classic, top two teams of all time would be cool.
Yeah.
Not facts.
The Lakers and the Cavs, like Fred said too, beating the hell out of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Um, yeah, I mean, pretty much all the same. I mean, obviously, I would love to see my team there, but I don't know if we're getting past the Celtics or the Cavs this year, so we'll see. I'm not sure if that'll happen. I might be biased, but like I can't be too biased. I gotta be realistic.
Yeah, I got the two I want. Brett said both of them because the Lakers and Cavs. That's an absolute cinema if that happens because if LeBron and Luka could get past a loaded Western Conference, and then Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers can get past the Boston Celtics, that'd be a good 7-game series because this Donovan Mitchell and Cavs team, this is the first 60 plus win team since LeBron and Shaq were on the Cavs all the way back in 2009. So it's been a long time coming since the Cavs have finally found life without LeBron James a part of the team. And I feel like if LeBron wants to win his fifth NBA title, he would have to go past the place that he came from, home basically, and it would be LeBron possibly winning a title against the Cavs and then celebrating in Cleveland with the NBA title in a Lakers uniform. So I think that'd
That would
be
be
good to
crazy.
see.
That would
Yeah.
be crazy.
And I want to see also if Donovan Mitchell gets there, how would he play in an NBA Finals format as
I
well?
feel like he's going to be good in the playoffs.
The only thing is, I feel like the only way for them to make the NBA Finals, Donovan Mitchell got to average 30 the entire playoffs.
You think so?
For a fact, I
Can
know so. And
He's
Darius
capable.
Garland got at least average 20.
The Garland's going to have to carry his weight in the playoffs this year.
Damn right he will. Damn right he will.
Yeah, because I think everybody else could step up, but Darius Garland offensively, it's going to come down to what he can do and how clutch he can be to carry the weight off of Donovan Mitchell scoring wise. Because Evan Mobley's going to get his, but
Yeah.
and they got a pretty good rotation. But if they have a bad night or bad 2 games and Darius Garland's asked to step up and he can't, the Cavs could be in trouble in any series for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But Fred, you also said the other one I was going to say too, OKC versus Celtics. That'd be a good one. I think that's, if you really think about it, that's probably the one everybody would like to see
Yeah.
because that's like two of the best. Well, the Celtics aren't the best, but if you put
Yes, they
everything
are.
together, they
Yeah.
basically are the best team in the East. So yeah, it basically be the two best playing against each other.
Yeah.
But I would like to see like the Celtics as the reigning defending champions try to defend their crown against a new young talented team. And the Thunder, they basically like had the number 1 seed all year long, the West, and basically
Mm-hmm.
played hide and go seek with it and ran away with it.
They're
And
coasting
nobody,
to 1 seed. Coasting.
yeah, nobody's been able to catch up to them. So, but the Thunder actually swept the Celtics twice this year, and some
Mm-hmm.
pretty competitive games. So I would like to see if that could translate to the NBA Finals too, and or the rotation because OKC's a pretty good, they're a pretty good deep team in terms of rotation. So are the Celtics. So I'd like to see that as well. If see that in the NBA Finals next time we get.
The only thing is, like, in the finals, all that rotation bullshit kind of go out the window. I don't see SGA coming out the game for more than 5 minutes in total.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's
Five
true
game
for his
time
sake.
minutes. But yeah, and it's the same thing with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like, I don't see them coming out the game for more than 5 game time minutes, if they even go out. Honestly, because they might just play the whole damn game.
The bigs, though, I will say too, Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. I know Rob missing him. Uh, but those bigs though, matching up against the Celtics, I think that could be something to look out for defensively.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even though they got Porzingis on the other side. But yeah. Rob, do you think there's any chance that the Knicks get there though this year?
They have a shot, but like probably not. I mean, we have a good team, and like I feel like we do have talent on our bench, like when we use it. But like, I mean, Brunson, you know what he's capable of, both in the clutch and in the playoffs. He is a madman. I miss him dearly right now, but it's helped our team since he's been out. It's helped OG kind of, discover that he can be more aggressive, and
OG
he's
been
really been balling lately. He's been balling crazy.
Yeah.
Him and Bridges been balling last, 10 games or 15 games, whatever.
Yeah.
They've
I ain't gonna
been,
lie to you. In the playoffs, OG gonna tell Mikel, you gotta move
yeah,
around. You can't
yeah.
be on this ball. You gotta
OG,
move around, brother.
OG's strong as shit.
OG's
He's
nice.
strong.
He's nice as shit.
Yeah, he's big body. He'll go coast to coast with it. Like I'm really liking it, and his, obviously his defense. He's been averaging like over 2 steals a game lately. Like Mikal Bridges starting to pass the ball more. Cat, I feel like Cat's always been passing pretty good, but obviously his 3-point shot.
Yeah. But the Celtics with all those wings, gonna shut all that shit down.
Yeah, they're insane. I
Shut
feel
all
like we'll match up better though the next time we play them because of what's going on with Brunson. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough.
Yeah.
Not sure they can do it this year.
Yeah.
I feel like if we just had one more really good scorer on the bench, I feel like that's what we're missing.
Right. What you think about the Warriors, man? They've been a little hot. Can they make the finals?
See, y'all want to hear my take on this, all right?
I want to hear
But
it.
shit can get spooky in the playoffs. It can definitely get spooky in the playoffs. Depending on our seeding, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not liking it right now because if it ended right now, we have to play the Nuggets. I'm not liking that.
No,
I'm not liking that.
you don't want that.
No, I don't.
You don't want
But,
that one bit.
yeah, but there's the possibility that we play the Rockets, though. And I would love that. We could whoop that Rocket ass.
They're a good team.
They're a good team. Nah.
They
I
kind
don't
of
know.
give me Kings vibes of what they were a few years ago. If they run to an experienced team, they're in trouble.
Exactly. Also, I wouldn't even, bro. The Rockets don't have like a guy, like they don't have like that guy to like just give the ball to. They don't have that guy.
But Jalen Green,
Only Amen Thompson.
Stop
I
it.
don't think he's there just
Nah,
yet.
Jalen Green's not. He can be there. He 1,000% can be there. But he's not right now. He's not right now.
Amen Thompson
Rockets
could be that guy one day.
If Amen can learn how to shoot,
Yeah, he would be disgusting if he could
God
shoot.
damn, that's
Nasty.
the all-star right there. If he can shoot the ball,
He's good at everything else.
damn right he is.
He's good at everything else.
He just floats in the air. Like he just sits
He's
there.
so athletic. It's crazy.
He's so strong too. It's honestly really scary. Being both them Thompson twins strong as shit. So it's scary. But yeah, I definitely love to face the Rockets.
Manny commented saying the Rockets would take the Warriors to at least 6 to 7 games.
Hell no.
I think they could. But at 6, I don't think 7.
Maybe 6. It's not 7.
They could win 2 games. I feel they could win 2 games, but that's it. The Warriors, I agree. I think the Warriors will beat them still.
Yeah.
Hey, 7 games will have Fred shaking in his boots.
Fuck no. Not with the Rockets. Fuck no.
How you like matching
I mean,
up
the only way
against the Grizzlies?
the only way that you guys would lose that series is if Draymond just completely like shuts down and just like starts getting text again, and it affects the whole team, and then you guys are.
Also, about Jalen Green, he be shooting some retarded ass shit. I cannot. He be shooting some whack ass shots.
He's good, but his shot selection is not.
It is terrible. It can be so bad sometimes. Like you'll see him run the fast break, burn everybody to the rim, and have like the craziest tomahawk slam.
They're just all young.
And then the next time down the court, he'll shoot a stupid ass step back on 2 guys. It's like, what are we doing?
They just need some more experience, and then I think they'll be very good.
Nah,
In a couple years, I think they can be very good with the right like they get one like alpha player or like even like a number 2 option if Amen becomes a better shooter or whatever.
I don't know. I think there's just so many heads on that team that if they do go out and get an alpha player, somebody's going to get traded.
Well, yeah, and that's
you got it.
That's what you always have to do. I mean, we had to do it for Cat.
Yeah, but I mean, y'all fleeced the Timberwolves. I wouldn't even call that.
Yeah, we kind of did.
But they're stupid. We good for that.
Kind of did fleece the shit out.
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna lie, I love Dante, but like, and I was a little hurt by it. But like, getting rid of Randall was like, I respect Randall and I appreciate what he did, but like
that boy ain't Cat. She ain't close to being Cat.
No, he's not. But like, we went from being dog water like to when he joined the team, when he started playing with us. Like that's when we became relevant again. So I appreciate him for what he did.
You guys were okay.
We made it to the play, bro. That was the most exciting time for me because
it wasn't until Brunson got to the team where y'all actually started to be somebody.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, but I'm saying like before Randall, we were winning like 18 games. We were the Wizards. We were the Wizards.
Bro,
Everybody were. I just hate the way Julius Randle played basketball.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan.
I hated the way he would complain and like shut down, like start being lazy if we were losing.
Bro, Julius Randle is either the greatest player to ever touch a basketball or he should be playing in AAU. Like, there's no in between either.
As a Pistons fan, I hate the Wolves for getting NYC Cat.
Nah, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, no, that I
That was a
was
horrible trade.
I was so upset that we lost Hartenstein though. I was so upset. I mean, we were going to either way. There was no way we could have signed him.
And now the Timberwolves are fighting for a playoff spot. When they were like, what were they, like fourth last year?
They were in the Western
I,
Conference Finals last year.
yeah, weren't they like the number 1 or 2 seed?
I think they were. Who was the number 1 seed last year?
I
thought it was them.
It might have been them.
I don't think so.
Actually,
Was it
they
Denver?
might have been. Hold on.
I think it was the Nuggets. Ooh.
I think it was, bro. I swear, I think it.
They might have
look it up right
been
now.
second or third because they did match up against the Suns in the first round, whatever the Suns were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But they were up there, top 3 somewhere.
Horrible front office.
Terrible. I don't see it. I'm not even gonna get into it. It's whatever.
But we'll go ahead and move on to the final segment. So we're gonna share a small glimpse of our mock draft. We'll go 1 through 5 tonight with the draft coming up in a few weeks. Rob's team is definitely gonna get a good player. I know he's happy about that. So what's your guys' top 1 through 5 picks right now for an NFL mock draft?
All right. So are we all going 1 through 5, or are we just going around for each pick?
We go 1 through 5, and then like we could talk more detail about the players and stuff.
Okay. Number 1 is pretty obvious to me. I think it's going to be Cam Ward.
Yeah.
They're not running it back with Will Levis. Let's stop that right now. They didn't sign any quarterbacks really, so they might have signed a back. Did they sign a backup? Who'd they sign? I feel like they signed somebody, but it wasn't anyone crazy.
I don't think they got a backup. I know Mason Rudolph went back to the Steelers though.
Yeah. So I don't know. They might have signed who signed? Somebody signed Brandon Allen. It might have been them, but they're getting Cam Ward, and it's pretty widely known at this point. That's why we're trying to get their pick, but it's probably not going to happen. Number 2, they could go. I feel like they're going to pick. I feel like they're just going to pick Shador.
The Browns?
Maybe. No. I think they're going to get Abdul Carter for the other side. Abdul Carter pair up with Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
that'll be nasty. But I don't think they want to. I don't think they want to pick Shador at 2. I'm not sure. Number 3.
It's the Browns.
Number 3, I think the Giants get Travis Hunter. He could play. I don't know if he's going to play cornerback or receiver or both. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. I think we could use another corner. He would pair nicely with our secondary, and he could play some offense. In 2-minute drill.
The Padres have packages for him. I doubt he'll start.
Yeah, exactly. And that would be fine. Him and Neighbors would be sick in that type of. They just need a decent quarterback to get them the ball somewhat, and they'll be good. I mean, Neighbors, bro. I know what people are saying about him, but at the same time, it's we had Daniel Jones, bro. We had Daniel Jones, and I'm glad we didn't sign Aaron Rodgers. He would have costed double the money, almost. He would have been $35 million at least, and he's 42 or 40 or whatever the hell he is.
Yeah, fuck that.
So I'm cool with Russ, and he fits our team better, so he can at least move a little bit. Rodgers, you probably move him around too much. He gonna die with the Giants.
Russ can move better than Rodgers. I wouldn't say he can really move.
I know he can't move, but he can move. He's at least can get out of the pocket better. I feel at this point in Rodgers' career. Obviously, Rodgers when he was younger was crazy out of the pocket, but he ain't doing that shit anymore.
Hell, hurt.
He's a statue.
Yeah, but Anyway, who picks number 4?
The Patriots.
The Patriots. I think they'll get McMillan to go with Stephon Diggs. That would be
Mm.
pretty tough. That would be a tough duo right there. And Drake May, I feel like he's going to be pretty good in this league. So, you know, he was doing pretty well with that shitty ass receiver core they had. They had honestly one of the worst receiver cores in football, I think. But and number 5, who is the Jets number 5?
Oh, Jaguars.
Yeah, Jets.
Jaguars. Honestly, that one's kind of a wild card to me. I don't know who they're going to pick, but I'm just going to say Mason Graham. I think they could go Mason Graham at D-line.
Yeah,
He's
that's the
gonna
tackle
be
from Michigan.
he's going to be
Yeah.
nasty as fuck.
That's yeah.
I would not be upset if we traded back like a couple picks and picked Mason Graham or something like that. That would be pretty cool, but they're not going to do that. Dable and Schoen are coaching for their jobs this year, so they're not going to really give a shit about getting more picks, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that rounds out my top 5, I'd say.
Yeah. My top 5 is very similar. Obviously, Cam Ward's probably gonna go number 1 to the Titans.
Yeah.
But I think he deserves to do that, or I think they're reaching. They need a quarterback. Number 2 to the Browns, though. I feel like them pulling a Browns move, and they could draft Shador.
Mm.
They could.
I just feel like that is just something that the Browns would do. Like they're just known for missing on quarterbacks, and I think they need a quarterback, and they'll reach for a quarterback and get Shador.
Now, Fred, you
So I think
think he would fit well in Cleveland, though?
no, I think it's an extreme reach. I don't think Shador. I really don't think Cam Ward's that good of a quarterback, but I
I
don't
think
think
it is.
Shador is a good quarterback at all. Well, I think he has very good accuracy. I don't think he's mobile enough for anything. They do kind of slow with dirt. Also, he has 0 arm strength.
Hey,
So I don't know how that's going to work at the NFL level with these.
Fred, let me know if you like this comparison. I told the chat this before. Tom knows what I'm talking about. I compared Shador to my comp for him was Geno Smith.
Bro, he did say that a few months ago.
I mean,
Geno Smith is accurate.
that's
He's
not bad though.
He's not amazing, but he's solid.
He is solid, and
He'll put the ball on.
he doesn't have crazy arm strength either.
No, he doesn't.
That's not a bad comparison.
I mean, that would be pretty. I mean, I'm sure that the Browns would not mind getting somebody like as good as Geno Smith. Like, that wouldn't be that bad for them.
The only thing is, y'all remember how Geno Smith's career started?
Yeah, no, I know.
It wasn't very
good.
No,
a lot of time wasted.
Yep.
They're right. It was a lot of time wasted. But yeah. Now 3 and 4, I think Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter are interchangeable.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the tape on those guys, it's some of the craziest film you can watch. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Abdul Carter can damn near do it all from a DN's perspective. Yeah. So if we could drop back in coverage too.
Yeah.
He's a freak of nature.
I would not be mad at that pick for Abdul Carter. I'll tell you that right now. I'd be hyped for either one.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
And then I would have the Jags with the number 5 overall pick getting McMillan. I think McMillan's a dog too.
Yeah.
It was nasty as hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, that rounds out my top 5.
Yeah, that was some good mocks right there. My thing, what Manny say about Shador? Not mad at the Geno Smith comp. Dang. See, my thing with Shador is I think he's gonna be good, but him. See, that's where the problem is. Your father being Deion Sanders is kind of a problem for you just getting to the NFL because like everybody's gonna be all on you. The minute you do something, the media is all over you. And I think
expectations gonna be up here.
Yeah, and that's not where for a rookie. No, that's not where it should be for him. Because nowadays, rookie quarterbacks, they're taking their time on them. They're taking their time and not throwing them into the fire. If he
Mm-hmm.
gets drafted by the Browns and gets thrown in there, there
They're
could
gonna
be
have to do.
ramifications for them for that. They're doing a move like that.
Yeah, because I mean, Deshaun Watson's probably already out for the season,
Oh yeah.
and I mean, they don't want to put DTR in there. That dude's terrible.
Hmm. And Winston's now in New York.
Yeah, so I mean, they're kind of cooked. So I can 1,000 to see them reaching on Shador. Um, also, I didn't even say about his pocket presence. His pocket presence is terrible too. That shit is god awful. But the offense that they ran at Colorado was baby. I've never seen so many screen routes and flat routes in two
Intermediate
screens.
routes, yeah. I
That
was
that's
going to say the same thing.
that's all it was. I mean, that's how Travis got most of his yards. Dude would catch a screen and take that thing for 80 yards.
Yeah, he's got the arms. I mean, he's got a good arm strength, and I think he needs to work on his pocket awareness. But like the deep ball for him, I think he needs to work. See, that's why I think he could be a good player, but I think like the team, if he goes to the Browns, that's an automatic. That could be a failure right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of what they have, based off of the division you're going to play in too. I mean, the Ravens, the Steelers twice a year, the Bengals. That's already not looking like a good start.
Yeah, damn right. I mean, having to play the Ravens and the Steelers defense twice a year, that shit's gonna get rough.
That's
Yeah.
why I had them taking the smart route and learning from their mistakes before and picking a generational talent over a mid quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the Giants could definitely take Shador Sanders, and like I wouldn't be mad because we finally have somebody we can develop. But like,
Granted, though,
I don't
don't the
know.
Browns have pick 19 as well? I
Wait, what?
think they
They
do.
do?
I think they do.
Oh,
I think the Browns
I
have
got
pick
it up right here.
19.
Let me see. You said 19?
Yeah,
19.
or they have something in like the mid round.
Hold on, I'm going towards the back end. Oh, I'm at 27. No, I think they only got one first rounder. Yeah, they only got one first rounder.
Never mind, then I'm tripping.
It's gonna be interesting. I want to see what team he goes to because I think that'll base my opinion because I think he's got the skill set. But you got to if you go to the wrong team right off the bat, that could be a damper for his career really early on.
What team do you think would fit him the best?
I was gonna say Giants, but with them getting the veterans, I think it's best for like Rob said for them to get the best player available, and then possibly go for someone like Arch Manning or a better quarterback class next year. Because I'd rather take my chances on Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter than Shador Sanders right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh no. Maybe this. I don't want to say the Saints because they could gamble on Jackson Dart themselves. I don't know that. I got to think about that one.
The Saints wouldn't be a bad pickup.
Because they're basically starting from scratch right now with
Yeah.
Kellen Moore. That wouldn't be the worst thing right now.
Oh my goodness, Derek Carr. Goodness gracious.
Raiders possibly,
Yeah.
but
I would say I was gonna say the Raiders for me. That was my. I mean, like I said, that's like the perfect comparison.
oh, he'd be
You
learning
think
right
that?
next to Gina.
You could literally learn from himself,
Hey,
basically.
yo.
You think the Steelers would reach on him?
Yes,
Shador?
Yeah.
yes. They're gonna get
Yeah, they
desperate
would.
eventually.
Yeah, they would. They would. They don't have anybody.
Yeah.
You don't know what
That's what I was saying.
Rodgers might haven't signed. What if Rodgers doesn't sign there? What if he doesn't sign anywhere? What if he
Even
fucking?
if he does sign there, having Shador to learn under Rodgers for a year, I
That
mean,
would be the best. That would be a great like veteran to like look up to. Honestly,
yeah, yeah,
I would feel comfortable in that situation for Shador, basically, because you're in the well. Even though Mike Tomlin has been successful lately, but the culture he's already built and like the way how he runs the team, like they're a pretty structured team.
he's
mhm,
respected. He's
Yeah,
definitely respected by the players, no
yeah,
doubt.
yeah,
yeah. And his dad's gonna have to let him just play. And no more. You're still coaching college. You gotta let him go, do his own thing. So
yeah.
I think it just depends on what team he goes to and what type of coaching staff. But the Browns I don't like that for him at all.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I hope he don't. But
but 1 through 5 for me, we're all in agreement. Cam Ward to the Titans is needed. Will Levis is nothing but a mayonnaise guy and a mayonnaise commercials on Sundays that was never good in the first place. I don't even understand why he's probably the most overhyped and overrated quarterback that I've seen come out of the SEC. And well, actually, I take that back. My guy Anthony Richardson was pretty overrated, but he's still up there for being one of the most overrated quarterbacks to come out of the SEC in a while. Um, two, I have Abdul Carter going to the Browns. I think with Miles Sanders re-signing, or Miles Garrett re-signing, I think that's good for him. And I think Abdul Carter is like a baby Michael Parsons. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as him,
he
but
could
like he's
be.
a speed rusher. He could drop back in coverage. I think he needs to work on a little bit more development, or that could go to the Browns because I feel like he's not one of those DNs that should have their hand in the dirt every snap. I think that's not going to work with the NFL system or in the NFL going against the best offensive lineman. But I think if you could use him as an edge rusher and drop him back into coverage, play a little bit of linebacker, you get the best out of him for sure. Um, 3 Giants with Travis Hunter. I think that's the best pick for Rob. Rob probably go crazy draft night. But yeah, I like him playing corner. Rob, I was gonna say your guys' defense was, even though you guys were like one of the worst teams, your guys' defense to a
It
certain
was
point
solid,
was underrated for a while.
and we
I
just
mean, the
picked
whole defense
up.
got hurt.
Yeah, and we picked up some great players too, like Javon Holland and Paulson Adebo. They're both players that can like get takeaways, and we had one of the best drafts last year, and like a couple of our rookies were very good. Drew Phillips is a dog at corner. Tyler Newman is a dog at safety. You know, we have a good young secondary, I think, and adding Travis Hunter to that, you can never have too many corners. So,
Nope.
I mean, having all them corn, that would be nice. I would love that for sure.
Yeah, like, and I think you guys led the league in sacks too until once the Dexter Lawrence injury
Yeah.
happened, the rest of the defensive injuries happened. Like that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was probably the best part of your guys' team last year, the defense for a while. I think it was underrated.
Yeah.
So I think Travis Hunter going there makes the most sense. 4, I'm gonna go with the Patriots getting Will Campbell, offensive tackle from LSU, because their offensive line needs work still, and Drake May is gonna have to be protected for a long time. So they could go the receiver route, but for now, I'll say they'll go the offensive line route. And then 5, I got the Jaguars getting Mason Graham from Michigan going there as well. But I think things to get a little interesting after pick number 1. I mean, everybody knows that the Titans are gonna get Cam Ward. But after that, I think anything can happen for this draft. I mean, like we keep saying, there might be a team that gambles on Shador, picks him early, or you can see someone like Jackson Dart. Me and you, Rob, are pretty high on him. He still might go in the first round, but
Yeah.
um,
I like Jackson Dart. I know like it's people have mixed feelings about him, but I like him. I wouldn't be mad at I
Jackson
wouldn't
Dart's
be
the Giants.
I wouldn't be mad at it. If we traded
no,
back in the
not
first
that.
round towards the back half of the first round and got him, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
they could
mind
get him
that.
later. They need that third
They
spot.
better not pick him with the number 3 pick. I swear to God, I'll
No,
throw
All
the fucking
quarterbacks.
remote at the TV.
1, 2, and 3. All
I would,
quarterbacks.
I would throw the remote at the TV if we picked Jackson Dart at 3. I
yeah,
swear to God.
not with Carter and Hunter on the board. You can't do that. They
They're
get
not
him in the
gonna
second
they're
round.
not
He
gonna
falls.
do they're not gonna do that though, because like I said, Dable is coaching for his job. Schoen is managing for his job. So what the hell does he care about getting a Jesus Christ developmental prospect at quarterback and waiting 3 years for him to be good or whatever? You know that with Jackson Dart, that's what you're gonna do. He's younger. You're gonna let him sit for a while behind Russ and Jameis and just hang out for a year or two. But yeah, no, if that happened, like officially, we're cooked.
Cook. Cook.
We're cooked if we pick Jackson Dart at 3.
That would be crazy. Signing Russ, signing Jameis Winston, drafting Jackson Dart.
That would make no sense.
No,
That
it
would
would
make
not
no
even a
fucking
little
sense
bit.
at all. Their direction, I would be so confused at the direction of the team if we
Yeah.
picked them. Like, what is your plan here? What are you doing?
Maybe if you signed one of those guys and then drafted Jackson Dart, maybe. But like signing
Still,
two
that's still
quarterbacks.
high for. I mean, if that's your guy, like, it's kind of like Penix going to the Falcons when he did last year. Like,
Yeah.
everyone was shocked that they did that, and they
Well,
signed Kirk
I mean,
Cousins.
it's still stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid because they signed Kirk Cousins to like $50 billion right
Yeah.
before that.
And now he's
So
sitting at the couch. He's sitting on the couch getting a bag.
yeah,
As a backup
he
right
about
now.
to just chill and hang out and just make hella money. I can't be mad at it.
Nope.
Can't be mad at that at all. I'd be just fine with that if I was Kirk Cousins.
Damn right.
Just hang out in Atlanta, got the fucking fat penthouse mansion, wherever the fuck he's got now, probably.
And then the Falcons said that he's probably not even going to participate in OTAs.
Yeah.
So
Just like I said, just hang out, go play golf
That's
or something.
actually wild. What was the point of even signing him?
there's no point, especially for that amount of money.
They have no direction.
Not even a
They have
little
no
bit.
direction.
That's actually crazy. And you already basically knew Michael Penix was your guy. You were just waiting for the moment.
Yeah, like if you were going to do that, if the plan was to do that, then why did you sign Kirk Cousins? Why waste $50 million?
Tom, do you have a preferred draft pick for the Cowboys?
Dude, I hope I might even have my eyes closed draft night. I don't even know what the hell we're doing at this point. I mean, Ashton Genty is literally the layup, but I think he's gonna be now. I think someone like the Bears is gonna scoop him up by the time we pick.
Yeah. Wait, what's your draft pick?
12.
12.
Yeah, we got the 12th
Jackson
pick.
Dart to the Cowboys.
Bro, chill.
Dude, I swear to God, I can see that happening. I swear to
Bro,
God.
what if we drafted Shador Sanders on draft night and then we just had let him sit behind Dak Prescott for no reason?
Yeah, Dak is ass. They said I saw something that said he's got Lamar Jackson like quickness earlier because he lost 30 pounds. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, he doesn't.
No, not no
He's
more.
just
He
skinny
never
now. He
did,
don't
but
got no fucking
he ready to be
quickness.
like Tony Romo, just a statue in the pocket now. Like how Tony Romo couldn't move no more because of all the injuries. That's what's ready to happen to Dak.
He about to get hit one time and just die if he lost 30 pounds.
Damn right.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what. I really don't know what direction we're gonna go. We need like a dose of everything right now. We need another receiver. We need corners. Our offensive line could use a touch. Like we need a lot. So I don't know what direction we're gonna go with 12th
The
overall.
Cowboys are definitely. I think they're on the decline. I hate to say it, but I think they're on the decline.
You love to say it.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It brings me joy to see them going down like they are. But,
Yeah,
I know the Commanders and the Eagles are going to be giving it shit for fucking many years to come, so that compensates.
Yeah, that's true.
This might be a hot take. I think the Commanders might fall off next season.
You think so? They might fall off?
They got better.
We gonna see.
They had a great free agency.
We gonna see.
They had a great free agency. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. They had it. They killed it, and I don't know. I think they're gonna be pretty fucking good, but I could be wrong.
Unless Jaden Daniels has a big fall off, I don't see that happening. Unless he had a big fall off.
If it wasn't for stupid Linsanity run Tommy Cutlets, we would have Jaden Daniels.
Hey,
bro, I swear we if it wasn't for that, we'd easily pick Jaden Daniels.
Damn, that's gotta fucking hurt.
Would have had him too, actually.
And now he's in my division. Now he's in our fucking division, playing us twice a year.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it hurts bad. It hurts real bad. It hurts real fucking bad. I love Neighbors, don't get me wrong, but shit. Give me Jaden Daniels 80 out of 80 times, whatever the fuck, over Neighbors.
Damn right.
Shit. We need a QB.
Might get you soon, Rob. Might get your QB soon.
Shit, we could draft somebody. We're probably going to draft. I feel like we might draft somebody at some point.
You have Mr. Unlimited.
Maybe Will Howard.
Ew.
Or somebody later.
I don't even know why he came out. He should just stay one more year at Ohio State.
Yeah, he gonna get drafted in like the 4th round or something.
Actually, now I think about it, Rob, before we sign off, if y'all don't get Jackson Dart, y'all might as well not even draft a quarterback. Like Jalen Milrow, he's not
He's gonna
NFL ready.
be
Rivers,
ass.
not NFL ready. They're like everybody other than Ward, Sanders, and Dart are NFL ready. The rest of them should have took another year in college.
Yeah.
Especially Milrow.
Yeah, he's not ready.
He's he's no.
He's gonna be a project, like an Anthony Richardson, but you're not gonna be able to throw him out there too fast. You're gonna have to really develop him.
Yeah. Hey, the boy can run.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, he can't throw. He can't do the most important thing that you need to do a quarterback is throw the fucking ball. He can't throw.
Yeah,
So you might as well put him at wide receiver or running back.
Yeah.
low-key wide
Mm.
receiver might be tough for him.
Running back then.
I mean, he's fast.
Yeah. He might be a good running back. Real shit.
I mean, he looked like he'd be strong as shit too. You never know.
Yeah. Maybe use him like Taysom Hill on offense.
Oh, that could
Oh,
happen
that
for him.
tight end.
Yeah, real shit. I'm not even kidding. He could do it.
God damn.
That could happen before.
Like a split Y tight end, like out wide in the slot or something. Yeah. Could do that.
But
Right.
we're gonna go ahead and sign off tonight. That's all the time we have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host Thomas Tyree, Fred Harris, and Rob Sarasula sign out. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and we'll see you guys on next week's episode.
Yeah, and the Yankees suck.
Fuck the O's, they suck.
All right, y'all.